I'm willing to bet for most of you, it's been a while since you've had a delicious serving of Jello. Well, I hope you're hungry because today you're getting not just one, but two tastings of that artificial, jiggly mouthfeel from some, what I'll call special recipes. I think for most, Jello is something that's relegated to nostalgia, something from the summers of your early youth maybe, or maybe later on something to transport obscene amounts of alcohol from point A to point B. Either way, I feel like I've outgrown Jello. Sort of like a pair of pants that starts to hug too lovingly in the hindquarters. In a similar way, I think we've heard of people from the bygone era, people from ancient times that would encase their wartime rations in gelatinous tombs and then display them in molds at dinner parties or holidays. Putting things into a Jello ring that really had no business being there. Things like dairy products, vegetables, or previously living creatures. Today we're going to be taking a look at some unique Jello recipes that should have never been unearthed by humanity that I found while exploring the pages of the Necronomicon. Forgotten by memory, abandoned to history. This is the fate of Jello. Do you remember when you were a little kid and really got the drive to take all the flavors of candy or chocolate or seasonings at the dinner table, mix them all together, and then taste the concoction? Well, I invite you to once again embrace that spirit because that's exactly what we're doing today with Jello. Allow me to reignite your sense of youthful whimsy and curiosity.
I love kids, Charlie! I love kids!
Considering that meme and the fact that I am a prospective YouTuber, I think it's extremely essential at this point that I clarify I am not a or any other form of dark degenerate. It's really sad that seems like it's an occupational hazard to posting on this website. Anywho, I have assembled a staggering 16 flavors of standard Jello, not including any of the sparkling or sugar-free ones, and all of them can be seen on the Jello company's website. This also doesn't include any of the rarer or mystic flavors that used to exist, things like blackberry fusion, blueberry pomegranate, or Italian salad. The flavors in our mix will include cherry, strawberry, grape, berry blue, strawberry banana, apricot, watermelon, black cherry, cranberry, lemon, orange, peach, lime, island pineapple, raspberry, and mango. Obviously, you would not find all of these flavors even hanging out in a fruit salad together, as they're very wide-ranging, but the purpose of this exercise today, besides me wanting simply to know what color this Jello will turn into, is to understand the prime flavor of Jello, to distill it down to its most base quality. Think of me as extracting the essence of Jello, the Jello that would exist in Plato's realm of forms. I'm going to spare you the math that's required here, but just know that I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of each Jello flavor combined into a little mixing bowl and 1 3/4 cups of boiling water, and the same for cold water. As I started mixing together my Jello powders, the stench of artificial fruit started to fill my nostrils and my mind, slowly increasing my level of madness. My color investigation quickly unfolded before my eyes into something I somewhat expected, which was a darker, grainy red, which I'm sorry it's not rainbow like I said it might have been. Blue 1 and yellow 5, those food dyes, they put up a good fight, very valiant, but in the end we knew that red 40 was going to come out on top and reign supreme. Following standard Jello preparation, I boiled my water and added it to the mound of powder, revealing the prismatic Jello's final form, which was a deep Sith red.
Unnatural.
After gazing into my reflection in the Jello and seeing premonitions of a dark future, I added my cold water and popped that baby in the fridge to chill for a few hours. Upon retrieving my concoction and forcefully making it do the thug shaker, it was finally time to sample it. This thing was very odd as it tasted pretty much like whatever you thought it was going to taste like, so if you closed your eyes and imagined a lemon in your head, strawberry, cranberry, it tasted just like that. On its face though, basically red fruit punch, but less violently sugary. You may ask, what is there to be learned from this? Well, admittedly not very much, but here's a fun fact for you.
In response to its slipping sales, Jello hired comedian and actor Bill Cosby as a spokesperson in 1974. The partnership is one of the longest celebrity endorsements in American advertising history, lasting 29 years.
Now I'm Bill Cosby, bitch!
Alright, so we've had our fun figuratively playing in the sand with the nicer, modern Jello flavors, you know, the sugary ones. I think it's time we rewind the clock to when Jello was wreaking havoc on American society. The joke I made in the intro about this stuff being made with wartime rations was not even a joke. This is some World War II Great Depression type shit. In some of the darkest moments of America, or even humanity's whole history, Jello was actually there for it all. And I think with that context, we can understand a little bit more why people were making just absolute abominations of nature with this stuff, because they were just used to it. Just picture the average American family of like 1958. You know, we got the husband, he's seen the horrors of war. You know, he just got back from a 17-hour shift working at the ball crushing facility. The wife, you know, she's zoned out on Quaaludes or Valium or something. You know, she's encasing an entire ham in gelatin. Neither of these people give a shit what's going on at the dinner table. This post-war era spawned a lot of Jello recipes that even I wouldn't dare trying, but one that caught my eye was the aforementioned lime cheese salad. Outside of tacos and maybe the odd lime cheesecake, I really feel you don't see lime and cheese next to each other in a recipe, so this is something that definitely piqued my curiosity. I know it's pretty rough when I put the image on the screen, and I certainly used it to effect in the thumbnail as well, as you saw. But you know, I feel like looks can be deceiving, you know, looks, concept, personality, everything about it, the ingredients, this can all be deceiving. It's all about the taste, okay? It's about how it tastes. You know, maybe you'll prove the haters wrong, you know? Let's just read the recipe to find out, okay? So I'm looking at the recipe here. We start with just our lime Jello, very normal so far. You know, we're gonna make that normally, of course, adding your vinegar, adding your onion, as you do always for lime Jello. We're gonna chill that for a little bit, take half of it, fold in some cottage cheese. That's really interesting. Love that with the mayonnaise. We're doing that then with salad greens and finishing with seafood salad. I mean, this is normal stuff, guys. This is really not out of the box. Yummer. We're gonna double up our recipe today as I have a larger quantity of the Goblin Green Jello. So this means after a little stirring, we're going to add our 2 teaspoons of onion flakes. After admiring how appetizing that already looks, I'll pop in 4 whole tablespoons of white vinegar. Similar to the depiction in the recipe, we'll want to have 2 separate layers to our lime cheese salad. So I'll pour half the contents from this dish into a separate bowl for use after chilling for a little bit in my fridge, which at this point is now being colonized entirely by Jello products. I'll retrieve my Nickelodeon slime from the fridge after a few hours and then add it to my blender with 2 whole cups of cottage cheese and 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Mark my words, it's only a matter of time before cottage cheese TikTok gets their hands on this recipe.
Do me a favor and don't knock cottage cheese until you try it this way. My name's Stevie.
With my shamrock shake blended up, I'll pour it lovingly over the top of my existing onion vinegar lime Jello and let them have some alone time in the fridge, because I don't really want to see that. Once it's all set, I'll get a nice helping of salad greens along the bottom, garnish that with my lime Jello, and then we're going to add a little bit of the seafood salad I made with some chopped shrimp and mayonnaise and a little salt and pepper. Damn, she a bad little vibe. I'm low-key getting turned on. All right, time to eat. All right, here we go.
Oh my goodness!
No, dude. No fucking way, dude. That's fucking horrible. Oh, that's a flop, dude. Holy shit, that's awful. The dish tasted mostly of lime Jello with its flavors sharpened by vinegar, and then the cottage cheese layer kind of tasted like sour, citrusy milk. There was fortunately no onion taste at all, but I can easily say that this is the worst thing I've made in my kitchen, and possibly one of the worst things I've tasted in a very long time. Thank you for watching this quirky little video today. If you liked it, go ahead and subaroni and cheese to the channel. I have another lyrical recipe coming up soon, so be on the lookout for that, and see ya!